Greeting of the day, students. So today we are going to learn about the next growth factors needed for the growth of bacteria. That is nothing but the food for bacteria. Now in our case we have called it as the media. That is the culture media. Now the culture medium is a mixture of nutrient used in a laboratory to support growth and multiplication of microorganisms. I repeat, the culture medium is mixture of nutrient used in laboratory to support growth and multiplication of organisms. A survival and continuous growth of microorganisms depend upon an adequate supply of nutrient and a favorable growth environment. The nutrient on which microorganisms can grow in a laboratory is called as culture medium, and growth itself is called as culture. So, whatever the growth you can have on a culture medium is called as culture of that specific bacteria. Media are used for cultivation, isolation and separation of microorganisms and sterility testing. The characteristics of ideal media or ideal culture media are: it must be give satisfactory and rapid growth for single inoculum. It should maintain sterility throughout the experiment. It should be reasonably cheap and easily reproducible, and it should maintain the pH during the storage and transport. Now, as per as the required for bacteria, the culture medias are of very different types. So here we have the chemically defined media. Now, when we call a chemically defined media, the media is have known chemical composition. The chemical composition of that media is known. Then it used to grow fastidious organism. Now this media which is chemically defined, which can use to grow a fastidious microorganism. The second one is the complex media. Now see, in case of complex media, the exact chemical composition is not known. Now this media, it may be the natural media. It may be the natural media where you can use any natural component like milk, egg or soya bean extract for growth of microorganism, where you cannot exactly know that this amount of lactose is present in milk, this amount of protein is present in milk. So we are called it as complex media. The most bacteria and fungi can grow on this type of media. Now the spatial culture techniques. Now for growth of our anaerobic bacteria, there is an anaerobic bacteria, there are some specialized conditions we have to follow. Now very first, in case of anaerobic bacteria, that is the reducing media we have to use, or the anaerobic jar we have to design. Now in our school time we have to, or we used to do one experiment that for burning there is a need of oxygen, and for that purpose we have to keep a burning candle into the jar, and we have to put a jar cap on the jar. After some time you observe that the burning candle is not burned, as it cannot get the amount of oxygen for their burning. So same thing we have to use here, that the anaerobic candle jar or anaerobic jar or container we are using for growth of anaerobic bacteria. Then agar stabs are there and agar shakes are there. They are generally used for anaerobic bacteria, growth of anaerobic bacteria. Then second one is microphilic bacteria. In case of microphilic bacteria, they can best grow under the reduced oxygen level and increased CO2 level. The normal atmospheric O2, as we know, that is 21%. So we have to make the level of oxygen about 0.3 to 0.03 of oxygen. Now, where we can grow the bacteria, that is anaerobic bacteria or the microaerophilic bacteria. Now, this is the method I have discussed with you earlier, that is the candle jar method. Now, in this case, you can see a lid, glass jar, candle, tubes with liquid media and petri plates with the solid media. Now, students, the petri plates are nothing but the plates where you can grow the bacteria. Okay, the plates where you can grow the bacteria. Now, these bacteria can generally grow on that media are known as the culture. Now, if only one type of bacteria can grow on the media, then it is called as pure culture. Now, more than 1, 2 or 3 bacteria are grown on same media or in same inoculum, they are called as the mixed culture. Okay, now see, you can see the petri plate with a solid media which is inverted into the jar, and there is a burning candle over there. As soon as the oxygen level in the jar is ended with the condition, then ultimately the candle is stop burning, and ultimately you can get to know the amount of oxygen present in the jar is N, and whatever the condition present inside that jar is anaerobic condition or without oxygen condition. So in that condition you can grow your anaerobic bacteria easily. See, where there is a 16% O2 and 4% CO2 which is get lessen or for favorable of anaerobic bacteria. Now, second one is CO2 generating packs. Now see, as we already discussed that our anaerobic bacteria, our microaerophilic bacteria cannot grow in presence of oxygen. So we have to replace this oxygen by the other gases so that your bacteria can grow in presence of other gases. So there are a second option, that is the CO2 generating packs. Now this CO2 generating packs, you have to place your petri plate with bacteria culture into that packet, and you have to place a gas generation where that gas generation replace the oxygen, and you can provide the anaerobic condition to the bacteria so they can grow very efficiently. Then selective media. Now this is the next type of media where you can grow your bacteria efficiently. Now in case of selective media, as we have see here, they can inhibit the growth of some bacteria while they are selecting for the growth of specific type of bacteria. They can inhibit the growth of some bacteria and they can grow or they can promote the growth of some kind of bacteria. Okay, for example, brilliant green agar. The dyes inhibit the growth of gram-positive bacteria. In this case, the dyes inhibit the growth of gram-positive bacteria. The second one is they selected for only gram-negative bacteria. They are selected for only gram-negative bacteria. Now, most of the gastrointestinal tract infections are caused by gram-negative bacteria. So, the next selective media is EMB, that is eosin methylene blue. That eosin dye inhibit the gram-positive bacteria. They select for gram-negative bacteria. Then, as we already discussed this, the gastrointestinal tract infection caused by gram-negative bacteria. So, this is the picture you can get on the media. Then differential media. Now, selective media where there is a selection of specific type of bacterium. Now, here you can differentiate between the different organisms grow on the same plate. Now, see, in selective media, there is only favoritism for the favorite microorganism. There is inhibition of unfavorable microorganism. Now, here, in case of differential media, you can identify the growth of bacteria either by means of their color or either by means of their pattern of growth. on the differential media, and you can easily differentiate between the two different microorganisms. For example, the blood agar plates, where you can put a sheep blood in it. It is used to differentiate between the different types of staphylococci. Even though if you have the staphylococci with you, there are different strain of staphylococci present in the environment. So you can observe the differences between different strain of staphylococci by using these different media. Now here is the example of the different types of staphylococci. See, these are the different types of staphylococci. Okay. Selective and differential media. Now see, these media act as selective as well as differentiated media, that is mannitol salt agar, used to identify Staphylococcus aureus, that is the pus forming microorganism Staphylococcus aureus. The mannitol salt agar, highly salt concentration, that is about 7.5%, they inhibits most of the bacteria. Then sugar mannitol is there, and pH indicator, which turns yellow when get acidic. Then the McConkey's agar, we are generally used in our laboratory, which is used to identify the salmonella. The McConkey's agar also used to have the bile salt and crystal violet, which inhibit the gram-positive bacteria. Then lactose, as the McConkey's agar containing lactose, those bacteria which can convert the lactose into lactic acid can easily give the pink color on that media, that is the pH indicator. Many gram-negative enteric pathogens bacteria can ferment lactose. Salmonella cannot ferment that lactose. Now, before start with the growth of bacteria, I have to discuss some of the types of culture media with you. So, there are, on the basis of their state of physics, they are divided into three main types. The bacteriological media can divide it into three main types. First one is liquid media, semi-solid media, and solid media. In case of liquid media, the liquid does not contain any solidifying agent, so it remains as it is in a liquid form. So it is called as nutrient broth. As per as the basis of state, the second type of media is the semi-solid media, where the nutrient broth contain about 0.5% of solidifying agent. So that's why it become semi-solid. In case of solid media of a physical state, it contain 1.5 to 2% of solidifying agent in it, and the media becomes solidified. So on the basis of state, your media is divided into liquid, semi-solid, and solid media. Now the solidifying agent I am discussing in this case is nothing but the nutrient agar. The nutrient agar, or the agar-agar, is used as a solidifying agent. This solidifying agent does not have any other nutritive property towards the bacteria. They are only used as a solidifying agent. Now, based on the composition of media, your media is divided into simple media, basal media, complex media, synthetic media, and a spatial media. Now, in case of simple media, it is peptone water. Complex media, it is fluid thioglycolate media. Then synthetic media, it is defined media. Then spatial media, enriched media, enrichment media, selective media, differential media, indicator media, transport media, sugar media, and storage media. Based on nutritional or nature of organism, your media can be divided into aerobic culture, anaerobic culture, facultative anaerobic culture. So this is it for the media. So the growth of bacteria, how they can grow in the presence of media, we can see it in a next lecture. Thank you.